Louis Comfort Tiffany was among the most creative and versatile American artists of his era. Best known for his technical and stylistic innovations in glass, Tiffany utilized nearly every artistic material over the course of his long, diverse career, ranging from pencil and paint to glass, mosaics, furniture, ceramics, metalwork, and jewelry. Louis's father, Charles Tiffany, co-founded and ran the celebrated jewelry and silver firm Tiffany & Company. Louis forged his own path. He started as a painter. Working in watercolor and in oil, he painted local landscapes and scenes from his travels abroad. Tiffany was particularly drawn to the beauty of North Africa. He painted numerous scenes of the people and architecture of Morocco, Egypt, Tunisia, and Algeria. Tiffany's art was well received and frequently exhibited, but his interest shifted by the late 1870s to focus on interior design and glass. Working with other artists, he furnished the grand homes of many notable clients, including President Chester Arthur's White House and Mark Twain's mansion in Hartford, Connecticut. For these interiors, Tiffany made glass tiles which were relatively simple to produce and added color and pattern to fireplace surrounds and other surfaces. His firm's aesthetic-era designs featured abundant ornamentation, with patterns and materials inspired and derived from the Middle and Far East. Tiffany's fascination with glass inspired him to experiment with the material's chemical composition and to expand its artistic possibilities. He patented a formula for opalescent glass in 1881, and by early 1893, he had opened his own glass house in Corona, Queens. Tiffany hired the skilled English glassmaker Arthur Nash to oversee the furnaces. Soon, they were producing blown pieces that Tiffany called favril, loosely derived from the Old English word fabril, meaning hand-wrought. The glass had subtle combinations of color and iridescent surfaces created by exposing the glass to metal oxides. Tiffany ran a series of firms often referred to collectively as Tiffany Studios, specializing in leaded glass windows and the decorative arts. The firm began producing blown glassware around 1894, and later made blown glass lamps. Leaded glass lamps were introduced around 1898. In addition, Tiffany Studios produced beautiful ceramics, enamels, mosaics, and metalwork. At Tiffany Studios, Louis directed the efforts of many designers and artisans to realize his broad artistic goals. In 1892, Tiffany first hired 6 women after a citywide, year-long strike of men in the all-male Glass Cutters and Glaziers Union. So successful were the women employees that their ranks quickly grew. 5 years later, between 40 and 50 young women worked in Tiffany's glass workshop. Clara Driscoll designed many of the firm's best-known floral leaded glass lamps and oversaw the work of dozens of talented young women who selected and cut glass to create windows and lamps. They helped shape the firm's legacy with their beautiful and iconic designs. Tiffany was part of the international Art Nouveau movement that reached its height around the turn of the 20th century. Following the death of his father in 1902, the younger Tiffany became primary shareholder and design director at Tiffany & Company, a title he held until 1919. Louis established the Tiffany Artistic Jewelry Department and began designing jewelry for the first time, creating distinctive pieces using a variety of materials. Tiffany's legacy is a vibrant working of materials, especially glass, into luminous objects that captured both light and the imagination.